As officials across the world are scrambling to deal with the coronavirus outbreak, South Africa has now confirmed a short while ago 6 new cases, bringing the total to 13. And all of these 6 new cases have recently returned from trips across Europe. They came back home recently. Well, looking at the global picture this morning, as usual, over the last week or so, Slindelo Masikane, what is the global picture looking like? We now know in South Africa we've got more confirmed cases.
That's right, Bradan. Let's just take a look at the latest developments from across the globe. The global number of reported cases of the COVID-19 continues to increase, Bradan. People in 119 countries have now contracted the virus. More than 4,000 deaths have also been reported. Government officials and medical experts say while the virus can be deadly, the vast majority of those infected so far have mild symptoms and can make a full recovery. So globally, like I stated, we are looking at 119 countries, and we're also looking at over 119,000 confirmed cases. And I think it's also important to look at some of the recoveries that we've made across the globe. Over 66,000 recoveries have been made. These are people that have been discharged and that have made full recoveries. 5, or should I say 6 new countries have been added to the list of those affected. The DRC, Brunei Darussalam, Mongolia, Cyprus, Guernsey, as well as Panama have reported cases in the past 24 hours. Now let's take a look at the epicenter where it all began, Bradan. It seems the tide is turning. More places in China are lowering emergency responses as well as relaxing travel restrictions. This comes a day after President Xi Jinping visited Wuhan. Attention has now turned to restricting or monitoring rather the movement of people very closely. Italy now has over 10,000 confirmed cases and the highest number of deaths outside of China. The country has also gone into a full, complete lockdown. Measures include blanket travel restrictions, a ban on all public events, and the closures of schools and the suspension of religious services, as well as ceremonies including funerals and weddings. Spain says it will do whatever necessary to try and stem its rising tide. Schools have been shut down in several regions. Flights from Italy have also been suspended, while officials advise against all non-essential travel. French President Emmanuel Macron has also reassured his people, saying European nations will do everything needed to slow any further spread. Now let's come closer to home and take a look at our continent, Bradan. We now officially have 11 countries on the continent that are now affected. The DRC has announced the country's first case. The patient is a Belgian citizen who has been in the country for several days. The patient has been under quarantine in a hospital at the capital city, Kinshasa. Now, Egypt is also still at the top with 59 confirmed cases. They're now also sitting with 1 death. Algeria still sitting with 20 cases and no deaths so far. South Africa now coming in with 13 cases as of today. Senegal coming in with 4, Morocco 3, Cameroon 2, Burkina Faso 2, Nigeria 2, Togo 1, and the DRC also coming in with now. Now, coming even closer, looking at our situation here at home, the first confirmed case was on the 5th of March. The second confirmed case was in Gauteng, and that was a patient who's a woman who had direct contact with the first patient. The third confirmed case is back in KwaZulu-Natal, and that is the wife of the first patient who has been dubbed Patient 0. Now, Health Minister Zweli Mkhize has also announced on Monday that 4 more people who were part of the group of travelers who recently returned to South Africa from Italy have also tested positive, bringing the total confirmed cases to 7. The 4 are also based in KwaZulu-Natal. It includes a couple and a 45-year-old male, as well as a 38-year-old male. They have also been put under quarantine, Bradan, while the department tracks all their contacts. Now, also the latest news, President Cyril Ramaphosa has sent a chartered plane to Wuhan to evacuate South Africans living there. The plane left Ora Tambo International Airport at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, with 15 officials from the Department of Health as well as the military on board. 122 South Africans have chosen to be repatriated. Government says that when the South Africans have been repatriated and have shown no signs of the virus, they will be quarantined for 21 days upon their arrival to the country. Now, please do, Bradan, take care of your health as well as the health of the ones around you by protecting yourself. So wash your hands frequently, maintain a safe social distance that is around 1 meter or 3 feet between yourself and anyone who's coughing or sneezing. Please avoid touching your eyes, your nose as well as your mouth. Practice respiratory hygiene. So this means covering your mouth as well as your nose with your bent elbow, or using a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Please do dispose of that used tissue immediately. If you have a fever or a cough or difficulty breathing, please seek medical care immediately. And of course, there's also a helpline number, Bradan. That number is 0800 029 999. So if you're looking for any more information or suspect somebody may be suffering or yourself could have the virus, please do call that number. It operates Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Bradan. That is the latest from across the globe.
Thank you very much. A very comprehensive picture there, what's happening locally, continentally, and elsewhere in the world as far as coronavirus is concerned.